Good morning. It is November the 15th, halfway through the month, and time to kick off another trading day. The selling in the bond ended last night. The bond rout is over. The dollar, so the bond is stabilized. It hasn't really come up by much, but the selling has stopped. And gold is higher. Currencies are higher. Crude oil is higher. The dollar is lower. So the bond is stabilized. The E-mini's basically sideways. Bonds basically sideways last night. Gold, crude oil, currencies are up. We have very little news overnight. Germany did not make its GDP forecast, came in a tenth lower. Italy beat their GDP forecast. The EU GDP forecast for plus 0.3 of growth was right on. German ZEW and European ZEU sentiment indicators were higher, but today's focus is retail sales, and if as forecast, fundamentally, historically, it would support the stock market. So retail sales is called up 0.6, ex-autos plus 0.5, ex-autos and gasoline plus 0.3. So pretty solid numbers across the board. If they come in that way, it should be supportive for the stock market. Empire State Manufacturing Survey minus 2.3. Import prices up 0.4. Export prices up 0.1. And business inventories up 0.2. The focus is retail sales ex-auto. And looking at the recent economic numbers, and these numbers could come in a little bit lower than forecast. I don't have a strong feeling that way. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Do not have a strong feeling this time, but these numbers, based on what's been coming down the pike of late, could come in lower than forecast. One of the things I think that may be changing right now, just in broad macro tense pictures, is that since March of 2009, everything has been monetized through the world's central banks. I mean, everything is tied to it. And economic news, bad economic news, has been ignored because the Fed can't raise interest rates or has to do more stimulus. Sometimes right now in this transition period, sometimes good economic news rallies the market, sometimes it doesn't. But I think what we're seeing right now is we may be starting to transition back to historical norms with Trump's proposals. If they do get passed on tax and industrial policy, then we can actually get back to financial growth where it's not dependent upon the Fed. It's dependent upon an environment that leads to higher growth, and then we might be starting to see the return of the market tied to economics. So if we get these retail sales numbers as forecast and the stock market does rally off of them, that would be a little piece of evidence that might be happening right now. And it usually will take a couple of 3 months for the market to shift focus. So that might be actually happening right now. Right now we're at 26.22. Last rotate up stopped at 28, then at the buck. So pretty good resistance at 28 to the buck. Play for a trading range 27.31, sell 1. 3 to 7, sell 2. If we break it out above 127, the rally could take off because the market is way oversold. On the buy side, 12 to 16 is support. So 13 to 17 buy 1, and 1 to 5 buy 2. We do have news today that could impact the trading. Retail sales, ex-transportation. Hope you all had a great evening. It's going to be 75 degrees here, 78 tomorrow, and then on Friday we're supposed to get the bottom part of that big storm moving out of Canada into the upper Midwest. I think it eventually gets to the East Coast this weekend, so might have a taste of winter in our northern tiered states. About time. It's a little late. Sometimes we have pretty good storms in October. Okay, last rotate up, stopped at the buck. We're at 24, so resistance is 28 to the buck. In the sell 3 to 7. Then 19 to 23. On the buy side, 12 to 16 is 1. So we'll make it 1 to 5, buy 1. And 21, 25, buy 2. Okay, gold, 30, 35 is resistance, 15 to 20 right now is support. So we'll make 29, 31, sell 1, 34, 36, sell 2. On the buy side, 19 to 21, buy 1. And then 14 to 16, buy 2. And hopefully by Wednesday we can go back to our traditional price increments, so it's easier to pick off support and resistance that way. Okay, when markets trend, when the trend is over, usually we see pause days, and we've had pretty strong trending markets in gold, all of the markets. The big thing that's happened in crude is that they've moved the technical pricing committee production quota up from the 25th to the 21st, and that's what started the oil rally yesterday. Okay, looking at the euro, currently at 83, so 108 even, sell 1. 25, sell 2. On the buy side, 50 to 60, buy 1. And 25, buy 2. I think the euro is headed below 107 anyway, eventually to 105. Well, it won't make it in one day. Okay, crude got a boost yesterday off of that article. And again, talk is cheap. Don't have to put anything up. You don't have to cut production. You just have to put news announcement out, and these people have mastered that. So we're right back to where we were in our trading range. Right now, 45 should be pretty stout resistance. We're at 44.60. So 44.75, 45, sell 1. 45 and a quarter, 45.50, sell 2. On the buy side, 44 even, 44 and a quarter, buy 1. And then 43.50, 43.75, buy 2. Okay, the ES. Dow has made new highs. I believe Victor said the Russell has made new highs. waiting on the E-mini. So we're just kind of motoring and moving sideways right here. But what you can see is that volume is holding and then perhaps starting to move up. So we're still dealing with a P back here. We have our tractor down here at 2160. So we've got a seller at 2170.75, and we have a buyer at 2150, 2155. That's where, and it's a very, very tight range. So resistance is at 69, 69.71, sell one. 74, 79, sell two. Pick up this point right over there. On the buy side, 60 is support. We're going to try it on the cheap because of the news. We'll have to come back and adjust it, I'm sure. So 55, 57, buy one. 50, 52, buy two. So we're going to try to buy 50s to 55s. And on the sell side, it's 70 to 75 to get started. We'll have to adjust it for the news, which comes in, what, 31 minutes? X Auto plus 5/10%. That's a strong number. Now, if the market does rally today on stronger than forecast economic news, I think maybe, and it remains to be seen, the Fed has to cooperate, maybe the market might be going back to historical norms where fundamental economic analysis starts to count for something. It's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.